Financial hardships are a real thing, especially in America. And the reason why I would say that is because there are things you can control and there are certain things you just can't control. Do you remember the COVID-19 pandemic? It was all over the world and many people lost their jobs. People lost their supply chains, people lost their industries, and within the blink of an eye, people lost their marriages, their homes, and everything during the coronavirus pandemic. And this is the reason why the United States of America gave those stimulus checks, COVID relief, because it wasn't Americans' fault. However, what if it is your fault? And how do you react if your financial hardships are no longer sustainable for you? So in this case, some people go towards a concept which we call bankruptcy. And that is declaring that you can no longer, pay your bills or have the money to pay these things. And there is a consequence that goes on your credit. But I wanted to know, why do people file bankruptcy? And it brought me to Mortensen Law Offices. This video was made 7 years ago. He's an attorney out of Tucson, Arizona. Let's see what he has to say.
Hi, my name is Wayne Mortensen. I'm a bankruptcy attorney here in Tucson, Arizona. And why do people file for bankruptcy? Again, many of my clients or many people who know I'm a bankruptcy attorney ask, well, how do people come in and afford to pay you, or why do they file, or what are some of the main reasons? I found that there are a lot of, kind of main reasons why people file. Sometimes it's just that people have been irresponsible and have too much debt. Sometimes it's people who have not been irresponsible but have a lot of medical debt they can't really control. You don't know when you're going to get cancer. Sometimes people get divorced and that leaves them in kind of a worse situation. Sometimes the economy changes and people lose jobs. So there are many varied reasons why people file bankruptcy. One thing that I really strive for in my law office is to not judge people. I don't bring people in and look down my nose at them and say, why are you filing? You're a bad person for filing. I get the facts of their case. I try to not judge them and just let them know what I can do for them. I almost kind of treat myself and I try to act like almost a mechanic or a doctor to just fix a problem. Now, there are recommendations that I will give to my clients, and I'll say this is kind of how you avoid these problems in the future. But one thing you can feel confident of is that when you come into our office, we're not going to be prejudging you or telling you you're a bad person. We're there to help you go from point A to point B, being in debt to being out of debt, and getting back, getting that fresh start that you deserve. So please give us a call at the number below, and we look forward to seeing you in the office. Thank you.
Now, this is very interesting because the attorney points out a few key reasons why people have bankruptcy. One is marriage or divorce. Another is illness. All of a sudden you get cancer. And at the end, he says, don't judge people, which I thought was very positive for him to say something like that. However, he didn't mention that a person can go bankrupt by literally slandering somebody on the internet and talking trash. And that's typically what Tasha K does. And that's not only what she's done to people like Cardi B, she's done it to people like Derek Jackson. And she does it because, she wants to hold people accountable to their mistakes. Here's an example of that right now.
Shaq, put up the picture of him and the wife like this. You see that picture, Shaq? Okay, now blow it up for me. Blow it up and listen to me talk. So I want you to read this caption, right? Now, he flew her to Miami, July 4th of 2020, okay? He flew her. They stayed in the same hotel room. They had a yacht party. Everything was going down. They had sex the entire weekend. Derek told her he was separated from his wife, okay? Things weren't working out. She says, okay, I'm a single mom. We've always connected, so this is our chance. So he get her to Miami. He's spending money on her, told her to bring her friends. He had friends for her friends. I got pictures of his friends, and if they married too, I'ma blast they motherfucking asses tonight, okay? This is for all the faithful married women. I got y'all tonight. Now, so he flew baby girl to Miami, paid for the entire weekend. The suite they stayed in is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to put those receipts on Patreon now because there's a lot of them. It's probably like 100 receipts. Now, if you look at this caption, what does this caption say, okay? How would you like it if both of our names had Jackson on the end? This is his wife. that he rarely ever posts, okay? Now, recently, he just started to post her. I think maybe she caught wind of some of the women that he was sleeping with in their home behind her back, okay? But if you look and see when this picture was posted, it was posted August 1st, 2020. Now, he spent July 4th of 2020 with this woman, talked to her every day on the phone. Okay, sent her money, $1,400 for plane tickets and everything, okay, to come down there and give his married ass some ass, but yet he's on the internet telling y'all to keep your motherfucking legs closed and black men don't cheat.
You see, Tasha K likes to hold people's feet to the fire when it's a mistake that you've made. She loves for you to pay if you're cheating on your wife, if you're R. Kelly, no matter how she's getting this information, she wants to fry you. And she wants you to be accountable for your mistakes. And Tasha K was going around here on YouTube, black YouTube, as the boogeyman. Let me tell you, she had black YouTubers shook. I knew big YouTubers who were afraid of Tasha K, literally because they didn't want like dirt coming out on them or somebody digging up a file. But that's exactly what Tasha K does. But we never saw the other side until she lost this particular case, this civil case against Cardi B. And now we get to see that Tasha K is not as, valiant or brave as we thought she was. No, she's not. Tasha K behaves like a coward. Because why? She filed for bankruptcy and she has just $95 on her bank account or in her bank account. And if you can look at this voluntary petition for individuals filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and it's on me to take out, you can see exactly what she's trying to do. That date was May 25th, 2023. Because Cardi B wants her money, she's already garnishing Tasha K's YouTube checks, and Tasha K either can't pay that money or doesn't want to pay the money. So now what she's doing is taking a cowardly approach and filing bankruptcy, which will in turn most likely ruin her credit and other things. Here's what I want to say, Tasha K. And for all the people out there who want to go out there and let's say, you want to slander people, you want to do what you want to do to folks and all that, that's great. But you should be able to stand on your work. You could put that out there. Why not, receive it like you were given it? Because see, Cardi B gave you a lot of opportunities to do just that. Now you're running with your tail and you're hiding like a coward. You talk all tough. You talk tough to guys all the time. You talk tough to people on your stuff, and then you get sued, and then you're not tough no more. All of a sudden, you want to file bankruptcy now. You're running and you're hiding. You're taking your money out of this and your money out of that. But you don't have no problem when you're out here getting illegal access to records for R. Kelly, trying to mess with somebody's life. But then when it comes back to you, now all of a sudden you don't want to play ball. What's going on, boo? I mean, you can hold Derek Jackson to the fire, you can hold R. Kelly's feet to the fire, but now they're trying to hold your feet to the fire, but you running now. You're kind of like the person, that can swing on somebody, and when somebody want to hit you back, all of a sudden you start crying. And that's just not being an adult. And it should teach people, if you can't stand the heat, simply get your ass out the kitchen. So now, because of your actions that you did yourself, because remember, most people file for bankruptcy for things that maybe they can't control. You file for bankruptcy for something that you could control, which was supposed to be your mouth. And this is one thing I've even noticed about myself. The tongue is a very dangerous weapon. A lot of times as people, and even me in the black community, we got to watch what we say. There's certain things I've said before in my life I am not proud of. But at somebody like Tasha K's age, you in your 40s, you got a daughter, you got a husband, people that could be affected by your tongue, you need to be out there acting like an adult, boo. I'm serious. Time is out for the fuckery. You're an adult. People depend on what you do as a career. And now your career and your credit and your husband's credit, all that's going to be ruined. You got all kind of lawyer fees y'all done lost money out on. Y'all could have been developing the business more, but you can't keep your mouth off people saying the wrong thing. Now everybody else got to suffer behind you. And wow, how can you go bankrupt for some self-induced running your mouth? It's ridiculous. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. What you do for all you? Subscribe to the bell. We're out.